I'm glad that I ended up not dealing with keeping the smalls. It's not that it didn't really fit, but it was like borderline too perfect of a fit where it could come off as being a little small. I like to know where people stand so I know how to treat you accordingly.
Baby trying to do it, I'm just doing me. I be working hard and they just want it free.
Be competitive with yourself. Hey, what's going on? It's Jsean for another quick and cool pickup. And when I say cool, it's definitely cold in here. My nose is leaking and all that crazy stuff. So hopefully that ain't on the camera. This particular one right here, this is part of the pickup actually. But I want to ask y'all a question, right? It's not going to really matter because by the time y'all see it and react or say something to it, I probably already done made a decision. What do y'all think about the fit on this robe, right? Before we get into it, let me just tell you, I'm only about maybe about $170 and I'm only like 5'8". I'm not a big person. I normally wear like, I wear my stuff somewhat fitted, you know what I mean? So when I say fitted, I don't mean tight. I just mean like it kind of contours to my shape better, I guess. I only fit like a medium, right? That's my normal comfortable size. If I get certain designer brands, I tend to even go small because they're cut bigger than my typical US brands, right? So I have a Versace jacket from prior that I bought a medium, and I think the sleeves were meant to be oversized because what happened is it was too big. So I ended up returning it. Actually got a small, and I was like, damn, I'm wearing a small, and it actually fits better. I still don't like the fit, to be honest with you, but it fits better. When I bought this robe, I was thinking the same concept, and I was like, you know what? The last joint was too big, and that's what I don't want, is a too big of anything. Now, my first impressions when I put this joint on is the sleeves was a lot shorter than I was expecting. My polo robe is basically, if you look at my hands, I can't even see what I'm doing. If you look at my hands, right, hold up, I'm literally cold in this joint. So this is at my sleeves, okay? At my wrist. My polo joint is like always like this, and it feels so sloppy. Like if I gotta wash my hands or something, I'm cooking, I gotta literally fold my joint back because I feel like I'm gonna get it all over the robe. This right here is at my wrist. I would have probably liked it to be maybe to this bone on my thumb, like this, where my thumb is still mobile. It's not like covered up, you know what I mean? More something like this. But that's literally only like an inch. Actually, it's probably like about 2 inches, right? The problem is I feel like if I go one whole size up, I might get way more than 2 inches or something like that. So right now, I feel like it actually fits okay. It's very slim fit or very fitting, I would say. Maybe the proper fit, I don't know. Usually you don't size robes like you would attire like clothes or jackets, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a one size fit all within your size range or something like that. So it's gonna be a little baggy on the arms on some people, etc. This joint is so close to my wrist. I just feel like it's so close, it's like, it may be too proper. I don't know. Well, not proper. I don't want it to be a young fit, you know what I'm saying? So this goes to my knees. So hopefully you can see me. I can't tell how far, because I look mad far away from the camera. But this is how it is with me spinning around. I want you to see my feet so you can basically just see how long it actually sits. It's at my knees, right? I'm gonna just try to get what I gotta say out of the way. The first set, I bought 2 sets. I bought this black and I got the white joint with the matching slippers right here, black to match this. And I got the white to match the white joint, right? I originally got it from Neiman Marcus, all right? Now, Neiman Marcus, their inventory is fluctuating quite a bit, so I didn't know what was available. Long story short is, it's very inconsistent in how I got my packages, as far as some of it seemed to be open or potentially like returned items and stuff like that. Even the one black robe that I had, I kind of started to feel like, man, this kind of has like a scent to it, where I felt like it might have been like a perfume or cologne smell. And I tried to ignore it, but it actually started like stinking to me. I didn't vibe with it. I thought initially it was maybe like, you know, when you buy something from a boutique, they may have a scent in there, or maybe they put a little courtesy spray in there. I don't know what it was, but whatever it is, I just didn't really vibe with it. And it started to stink to me. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go back. And part of me trying to hold on to the idea of them not having them in stock was going to make me deal with it. But then I was like, contemplating about the size. So if you see that part of the video, I'm talking about does the joint look young on me or not? Well, let me just tell you, I went into an actual Versace store. I was able to try on an actual size that I was contemplating about, which is a medium that you see me wearing now. So what I ended up doing is trying it on, and it is a little bit bigger, but it doesn't feel as snuggy around my arms. It feels the next step up, but not oversized. So before, if you look at my wrist, it was about like this. Now it's about maybe like this. So it's still comfortable. It's not like baggy over my hands. This is what I definitely didn't want. So I like the fit. It is a little bit noticeably bigger, but not like crazy oversized feeling, right? So my girl, I'm gonna get her the blue one. Is like a aqua-ish type blue, turquoise-ish type of blue. I'm gonna get her that in the size small. The black one looked really good on it too, but I was, like I said, yeah, she fit my smalls like I felt like it was supposed to fit her, where it's slightly oversized. So when you look at that logic, you would think if I'm bigger than her, I would go one size up, not a size small. I explained in the video why I did the small, because most designer brands tend to be cut a little bigger, and I have Versace, a Versace jacket that I ordered before that I ended up having to return and exchange for a smaller size down because the sleeves are too big. My arms are naturally not that long, so I was surprised to find the small being pretty at my wrist. So it's not that I would think it was really that bad, but I think it was so much of a proper fit. It was too borderline perfect of a fit where it didn't maybe look as comfortable as it should, and it looked too fitted. I think that going a little up, slightly up in your robe is okay. You know what I mean? It's a robe. It's not a shirt. It's not a jacket. So this one, like I said, is a little bit bigger. It's not crazy big, but it does feel a little more roomy, quite a bit more roomy and more comfortable. So when I was able to try it on in the actual Versace store, the Neiman Marcus actually didn't have a lot of stuff in stock. So what I ended up doing is returning everything, because even these, I bought these in mediums. I have a size 8 shoe, okay, in US. It's not even a big foot. I wear a size 9 in slides usually. If you are, say, a size 7 shoe or below, like a girl's typical foot or something like that, in comparison, I would get a medium. If you got a real tiny foot, maybe a small. I only wear a size 8 and I wear 9s typically in slides. And in order for my foot to not be at the very edge, unless that's the look you're going for, I had to really jam my toes all the way to the front. I tried on the large, and the large fits more normal to me. So if you have, say, like a 8 to 9, I would say, shoe, I think you can go large. If you have like 10, 11, 12 tight foot, I would suggest going extra large, because these are larges, and by all means, I do not have a large shoe. So for a man's shoe size, I actually have a pretty small foot. So I'm wearing a large. That just kind of tells you size one up. You know what I'm saying? So for me, my regular size for like shirts that, US branded shirts and stuff is usually just the medium, and I'm good with that. I never tried on Versace t-shirts because I'm interested in the one where it has this stuff. I think it's called Baroque pattern. It has like that chain link looking, I think they call it, that's their version of a monogram print. It's on the collars, and it has a little Medusa print right here. I'm not a big fan of the whole Medusa thing, even though I don't know the whole history behind it, to be honest with you, but I do like the whole overall vibe of it. It just feels pretty luxury and nice in compared to, say, like my polo joint, which I really do like. I really do enjoy, but to me, that's more on some super laid back kick it. This is more on some laid back kick it, but in style. You know what I'm saying? The white one that I got, to me, is more, it's just a super clean look. I'm 5'8". I'm about 170-ish. I'm not a big person by any means. A small, I think, is made for anybody that's like 5'6" and below. You can go small. If you anywhere from 5'7", 5'8", maybe 5'9", I would say like Brown would stop at my size. The medium is cool. But if you're like 6 foot, I would say, and up, I would definitely go large and then start looking at extra larges. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like over 6 foot, you probably want like a large. Over 6 foot, maybe even an extra large. I'm not really sure, man. But for me, this is how it fit on me. A medium is a good fit. I'm 5'8", about 170. And like I said, my arms is already not long. You know what I'm saying? So if since my arms are shorter than what my body size is up here, I would say if you have super long arms and you are about 5'8", maybe the medium is going to be too small, because these are not long at all on my sleeves. Again, if you're, say, like 5'10" or something like that, I would definitely probably go to the large. And then if you're over 6, definitely like probably extra large or something like that. My best bet to you is try to find in your area, if there's a place that sells it, go to one of these boutique type retailers, or retail places like, Neiman's or Saks or somewhere like that, Bloomingdale's, and see if they have any in stock. Even if it isn't the color you're looking for, just try it on and see if it's the fit you're looking for. I'm glad that I ended up not dealing with keeping the smalls. It's not that it didn't really fit, but it was like borderline too perfect of a fit where it could come off as being a little small. So I'm glad I did it. It's not like these are cheap by any means. So yeah, and another cool thing, if you get it from Versace, some stores do it in the store. They get these patches, and you could pay extra like a few $100s, and you can get something embroidered or sewn in with the patches on the back, like your name or a saying or whatever the case is. It brings the price up quite a bit. But you're already spending a lot on something like this. It's all for me, it's a one-off. I'm not gonna be buying no more robes and nothing like that. I'm good. I don't need like every color and nothing like that. These ain't like shoes. Something I'm literally wearing when I'm just relaxed and kicking it. So, with that being said, I'll try to cut through pieces where I'm showing the packaging directly from Versace. When you order from any of these retailers, make sure when you get it, smell that joint. Make sure it don't feel like it's been worn and returned or something like that. Make sure that when you get it, it should come in a box. Because my first one did not. The white one did. Even these joints, they both did come in this, but the plastic was super wrinkled on one of them. It didn't look used, but one of them even came in a box, but it was a blank box. It's not like it was a Versace box. So I don't even think they were supposed to be in a box, because I got this directly from Versace, and none of these joints came with a box. So yeah, that's pretty much it. With that being said, make sure you do everything at your top level. And remember, you're no competition with anybody except yourself. So make sure your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. Until next time, later.